Hey, John Grube, mantrain.com. I'm gonna try to get this done quick, but it never fails when I read some guy saying things, and a lot of guys today, they think that they grew up without being physical at all, okay? They grew up little weak fucking kids, little weak teenagers, little weak men. Social media comes around, they start following people, they become these fucking, all of a sudden they become alphas because they go to the gym. These men are still not as strong as the guys, the kids when we were in the 80s, okay, in high school. They still aren't as strong, because I listen to them, I say their goals are 300 pounds to do a 300-pound bench press. Hey man, that's an admirable goal, okay? I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. But like I said, man, kids in high school were doing that, okay? But yeah, if this is today's alpha, we're in fucking trouble, okay? These guys actually think, well, a lot of these guys who all of a sudden become alphas have never been punched in the face. Oh, I take jujitsu, still haven't been punched in the face, okay? And if they have sparred and they do spar, they're getting hit with gloves. Okay, you ever watching the UFC when somebody gets knocked the fuck out and they just fucking are laid out like a fucking board, and then fucking referee jumps in? Hey, that shit happens in the fucking street. Except the problem is, there is no fucking buddy to protect you, okay? So when you're in these fucking places and you think that you're fucking training for fucking outdoors, basically you're training for inside, because that's the way you're going to fucking live. You're going to live that fucking way. In the beginning of the UFC, the very beginning, the first 1 and 2, the only rules were you couldn't eye gouge, I believe you couldn't fish hook, I believe you couldn't bite. Guess what? In the street, you can do all those things, okay? What I'm saying is that if you think you're going to the gym and you can't fight, you can't take a punch, you better shut your mouth, okay? Because you can do all the Spartan races you want, you can go all the fucking runs you want, okay? If you can't fucking fight, you can't take a punch, you ain't been kicked in the fucking head, you ain't been kicked in the body, and I'm talking with fucking boots, hit with fucking objects, I think you're fucking leaving a little bit on the fucking table. That's just my fucking thought to you, okay? I'm a lot older than a lot of people, and back then you had a big mouth, you had to back it the fuck up. I can tell you right now, in my entire life, since I can ever fucking remember as a little fucking kid, I've been fit and I've never been fucking weak. And it's the way I was fucking raised, just from fucking being a fucking kid at that time, okay? And I got into weightlifting at a real fucking early age, and fucking I was training in different things at a young age, okay? Which probably shaped me. Plus I have my dad, and everything else shaped me as a different type of kid. So I never had these problems that these fucking kids had. And even back in the 80s, when I look back, even the nerds in the 80s were tougher than the alphas today, okay? Because it's funny, because the nerds, the fat nerds in the 80s had girlfriends. The so-called alphas today say they don't want girlfriends. Come on, guys. Stop listening to this bullshit, man. Start seeking out fucking people. Maybe look for fucking men that are a little bit older than fucking 45 or even 40. Okay? Because I think that might be about the cutoff. Later.